did Joey get in?
Joey actually was one of my first friends when I moved to Orlando to do the Mouse Club. He was there because it turns out he had auditioned as well, and got far along in the process, but wasn't the right thing at the right time. You know? And but he was always around in that world, and so we became friends while I was doing the Mouse Club. And then just when I had gotten back, when I just first moved back to Florida to start working on the group, with Chris and Justin at the time, and we were looking to find a bass singer, and literally ran into him, Joey, out and about. I hadn't even called him and let him know I was in town or anything. Ran into him on a Disney property called Pleasure Island, which doesn't even exist anymore.
8 tracks.
Yeah. And ran into him, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I thought you would move. I was like, "Yeah, I did move. We're back. We started a band. And we're gonna crush you." He's like, "I'm in a band." I'm like, "We're gonna crush you too, then." But it turns out the person that was in his group was Luis Fonsi.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow!
Despacito hit. So it's like,
I know.
Yeah,
Fonsi is a pal of mine.
Yeah, so
sweetheart.
So they were in a vocal group, doo-wop
How
group
did
together.
I not know this?
Yeah, so they were making music together. And then it was kind of like, after seeing us a couple weeks later, I don't even know how much time passed, but it wasn't much at all. But it was like, let's talk, let's keep in touch. And he's like, let me hear some stuff. Let me hear what you guys are doing. And we were kind of like talking about what we were starting. And next thing you know, he's like, yeah, I think we're not really focused like that. We're just doing doo-wop tunes. And I think Luis wants to do his own thing and do a solo thing. Yeah. And so we were like, well, look, man, let's try you on some bass parts. And it turns out he's not a very good bass singer. I
can personally attest to that.
But he's a lovely human.
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's such a great hang. And he's got his role is important. It throws off the balance of the group,
worst
right?
notes, by the way, to have to sing. He's always got that kind of weird clustery, rubbing against the other clash note. He's just in that range where those notes seem to fall a lot.
And I remember him having a really good ear.
Yeah.
Because what he sings could be difficult to find your spot.
He's always finding that.
When I was in the studio with him, I was kind of like, at first I was like, well, what am I going to do with this guy's voice? Like, because it's so fully formed.
Yeah.
And then we just started playing, and he was, what about it? And I was like, I remember him saying at one point on one part of this, I Promise You, what if I sang and he sang this note and I thought, yeah, you can try it. And my brain's going, that's going to suck. And then he goes out there, and when he sang it with the other notes in the chord, I was like, damn.
Because we were, at that point, when we're working with you, we're pretty flushed out in our harmony
totally
world.
had that part down.
Yeah,
for sure. So, and we'd end up doing like 8-9 part harmonies on songs.
I know.
We would just really layer that
triple
shit.
tracked.
Yeah.
Yeah.